Hi, everybody. Alan Rodriguez here. I'm founder and CEO of the nation's leading law innovation agency, 1400, where we help law firms and legal tech companies connect with people that need their services. So, one of the things that I get asked here frequently is why law firms in particular should offer legal subscription services. And so I thought I'd put together a quick video to give you some of the reasons to start thinking about why this makes sense. So a couple of things. First, let's talk about from the financial perspective, right? So a law firm that's typically doing work on an hourly basis, right? You're always going to run into cash flow issues. So, you sign a client up today. Typically, you're at least 30 days out from being able to bill against like a retainer agreement, right? You sign them up, you typically ask for a retainer, you put that into a trust account, you do some work, you bill against it, you move it into your operating account, right? So there's, cash flow, is one of the reasons. So how does a legal subscription plan help you address that? Well, pretty easily. Like what happens when you offer a legal subscription service, you're typically offering a limited scope offering. Some of these offerings include like advice calls, document reviews, maybe access to legal forms. There's a variety of benefits that law firms will typically add. But usually, because of the lower dollar amounts that you charge for access to these kind of services and limited scope basis, in many jurisdictions, these might be considered like fees as earned, and then they can go straight into your operating account, right? So unlike starting the month from zero, essentially, and then billing your way and hunting and billing your way towards a really great month with subscription services, you start the month with whatever number of subscribers you had from the previous month. So in my example, say you have 100 subscribers at $100 a piece, right? Well, next month, let's say you have those same 100 subscribers, but you added 5 more. So now you're starting the month off with $10,500 using my example of $100 per subscriber, right? And those fees, again, check with your local rules, but in many cases, like those fees, are considered earned. They move straight into your operating account, thus eliminating any of these cash flow issues, right? So that's probably the biggest one. I think that just makes a lot of sense. And then with that kind of revenue model, you see exponential or compounded growth, right? All relative to the number of subscribers you're able to acquire on a monthly basis. So that's probably reason enough, right? But the other side too, from like say like an access to justice, or even say from a sales perspective, right? The other benefit is this kind of typically lowers the barrier of entry for people who are thinking about hiring you, right? So let's say somebody comes to you that with some legal need that's not strictly based on a compelling event, like they've been arrested, for example. Subscriptions probably aren't going to work for criminal law lawyers, right? But let's say they're a small business. They come to you and they're evaluating whether or not they're going to spend more money with you. Typically, they can start by subscribing to some limited scope service, get to experience what it's like working with you, get to experience the value, the quality of your work before spending money, right? Spending more money. And I think what that does for the consumer, it lowers the barrier of entry, right? It kind of mitigates their risk and their mindset. And it allows you to kind of sell services more quickly and more frequently, to be honest, right? So those are just a handful of the reasons why your law firm should consider this. If you want to learn more and see actual data models that show how the recurring revenue work, I encourage you to visit 1400.com and even speak with one of our team members or even me. So, that's 1400.com. Go to our contact page, fill out a form, reach out, and we'd be happy to have a conversation with you to see how this might apply at your law firm. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Talk soon.